Hello, good morning, friends. Myself Jatin from Ashapura School, and welcome all of you. In chapter 15, Introduction to Graph, इस चैप्टर के अंदर आज हम देखने जा रहे हैं some applications. In everyday life, you might have observed that the more you use a facility, the more you pay for it. If more electricity is consumed, the bill is bound to be high. If less electricity is used, then the bill will be easily manageable. This is an instance where one quality affects another. Amount of electric bill depends on the quantity of electricity used. We said that the quantity of electricity is an independent variable or sometime control variable, and amount of electric bill is the dependent variable. The relation between such variables can be shown through the graph. एक छोटा सा thinking, discuss and write. The number of items of the petrol you buy to fill a car's petrol tank will decide the amount you have to pay, which is the independent variable here, and think about. एक क्वेश्चन आपके स्क्रीन पर, क्वेश्चन नंबर 6, quantity and cost. The following tables gives the quantity of the petrol and its cost. Number of liters of the petrol is 10, 15, 20 and 25, and cost of the petrol in rupees is 500, 750, 1000 and 1250. Now plot the graph to show the data. और ये रहा आपके लिए ग्राफ. Solution. Let's take the suitable scale on both the axes from figure 15.16. Mark number of liters among the horizontal axis. Mark cost of the petrol along the vertical axis. Plot the point 10, 500, 15, 750, 20, 1000 and 25, 1250. Next step, join the points and we find that the graph is a line. It is a linear graph. Why does this graph pass through the origin? Think about. This graph can be help us to estimate the few things. Suppose we want to find the amount needed by 12 liters of petrol. Locate 12 on the horizontal axis. Follow the vertically line through the 12 till you meet the graph at P. Say, from P you take the horizontal line to meet the vertical axis. This meeting point provides the answer. This is the graph of the situation in which two quantities are in a direct variation, and in such situation the graph will always be linear. एक try this आपके screen पर. In the above example, use the graph to find how much petrol can be purchased for rupees 800. एक न्यू एग्जाम्पल आपके स्क्रीन पर. A bank gives 10% simple interest on deposit by the senior citizen. Draw a graph to uh, illustrate the relation between the sum deposited and simple interest on, and find from your graph. First, annual interest obtainable from the investment of rupees 250, and second, the investment one has to make to get an annual simple interest of rupees 70. Solution आपके स्क्रीन पर. Sum deposit 100 rupees, that means simple interest for the year is 100 multiply 1 multiply 10 by 100 is equal to 10 rupees. Rupees 200, simple interest for a year is 20 rupees. Rupees 300, simple interest 30 rupees. 500, simple interest for a year is 50 rupees, and rupees 1000, simple interest for a year is 100 rupees. सबसे पहले step 1, find the quantity to be plotted as the deposit and simple interest. Second, decide the quantities to be taken on x-axis and on y-axis. Third one, choose the scale. Fourth, plot the points, and last, join the points. Now we get a table of the values. Deposit in rupees is 100, 200, 300, 500 and 1000, or annual simple interest in rupees and 10, 20, 30, 50 and 100 respectively. सबसे पहले स्केल 1 यूनिट इज इक्वल टू रुपीज 100 on horizontal axis means x axis. 1 unit equal to 10 rupees on the vertical axis means y axis. Now second, mark deposit along horizontal axis and mark simple interest along the vertical axis. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि x एक्सिस पर हम डिपॉजिट लेने वाले हैं इन रुपीज़ में, और y एक्सिस पर हम एनुअल सिंपल इंटरेस्ट दिखाने वाले हैं रुपीज़ में. नाउ पुट द पॉइंट 100, 10, सेकंड 220, तीसरा 330 और चौथा 550 एक्सेट्रा. Join the points and we get the graph that is a line. Corresponding to rupees 250 on horizontal axis, we get the interest to be rupees 25 on vertical axis. And corresponding to rupees 70 on the vertical axis, we get the sum of rupees 700 on the horizontal axis. इस एग्जाम्पल 7 अ केस ऑफ द डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन. इस बात को तलाश कीजिए. अभी जो हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे ये रहा इसका प्लॉटिंग के साथ पूरा ग्राफ आपके स्क्रीन पर. डिपॉजिट इन रुपीज़ रिप्रेजेंट इन एक्स एक्सिस एंड एनुअल सिंपल इंटरेस्ट इन रुपीज़ रिप्रेजेंट इन द वाई एक्सिस. एक और क्वेश्चंस की तरफ आगे बढ़ते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8, टाइम एंड डिस्टेंस. Ajit can ride a scooter constantly at a speed of 30 km per hour and draw the time distance graph for this situation. Use it to find a time taken by the Ajit to ride 75 kilometers and the distance covered by Ajit in 3.5 hours. सॉल्यूशन के लिए सबसे पहले हम टेबल को प्रिपेयर करेंगे. आवर्स ऑफ द राइड 1 hour is equal to 30 kilometers, 2 hour is equal to 60 kilometer, 3 hour equal to 90 kilometer and 4 hour equal to 120 kilometer and so on. So we get the tables value, time in hours 1, 2, 3 and 4 and distance covered in a kilometer respectively 30, 60, 90 and 120. Here scale according to the figure 15.18, horizontal 2 unit equal to 1 hour and vertically 1 unit equal 10 kilometer. Mark time on the horizontal x-axis and mark distance on vertically y-axis and plot the point 130, 260, 390 and 4, 120 and then we prepare the graph. Look here. Which type of graph present here? Join the points and we get the line graph. A corresponding 75 kilometers on the vertical axis, we get the time to be 2.5 hours on the horizontal axis. Thus 2.5 hours are needed to cover 75 kilometers. And second, corresponding to 3.5 hours on the horizontal axis, the distance covered is 105 kilometers on the vertical axis. तो ये था हमारा तीसरा और आखिरी पार्ट एक्सप्लेनिंग वीडियो के माध्यम से. अब बारी है आपकी लास्ट एक्सरसाइज को कंप्लीट करने की. एक्सरसाइज 15.3 ये रही आपके स्क्रीन पर. नेक्स्ट वीडियो में हम फिर से आपसे मुलाकात करेंगे सॉल्यूशन ऑफ एक्सरसाइज 15.3 को लेकर. तब तक के लिए आज्ञा दीजिए. धन्यवाद. थैंक यू वेरी मच एंड बाय बाय.